Hello. I was just reading Ephesians chapter 1 and 2 in regards, from the New World Translation, the Jehovah's Witness Bible. Again, um, I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness. But I can't help to read, for example, Ephesians 1, chapter 5. It says words like this: For he foreordained us to the adoption through Jesus Christ as sons to himself according to the good pleasure of his will. Uses like words like good pleasure, Jehovah's good pleasure. And then it continues in verse 6, in praise of his glorious undeserved kindness. Undeserved kindness. Then I go jump over to Ephesians chapter 1 verses 9. In that he made known to us the sacred secret of his will. It is according to his good pleasure, which he proposed in himself. Here I see his good pleasure, undeserved kindness. And if you jump to chapter 2, Ephesians, verses 4, it says, but God, who is rich in mercy, for his great love with which he loved us, says he's wealthy in mercy, rich, through and through. Then it jumps to Ephesians chapter 2, verses 5. It says, made us alive together with the Christ, even when we were dead in our trespasses. Even when we were dead in our trespasses, completely just cold carcasses. And it reads like this: by undeserved kindness. Undeserved kindness. We didn't deserve it, but he's rich in mercy. Okay? That we've been saved. Saved means past tense. Then I jump over to Ephesians chapter 2 verses 8. Ephesians chapter 2 verses 8. Again, it says, by his undeserved kindness. Undeserved kindness. And then it goes to Ephesians chapter 2 verses 9. No, it's not owing to works. It's undeserved kindness, not owing to anything. You can't pay for it. It's just given to you. It's just wrapped and just given to you. Because he's rich in mercy. But I remember growing up in the institution that there were certain hours required, and it's still required. You can turn that thing whichever way you want to. It's still required. You have to log in your hours, send them to the institution to see if you're a good Jehovah's Witness, if you're up to par Jehovah's Witness. And I'm thinking, if that's being done for Jehovah, then the undeserved kindness becomes deserved, which it's almost like somebody just offer you a piece of bread, and instead of saying thank you, you turn around and you tell him, you owed it to me anyway. You know, it was owed to me anyway. I can't think any more insulting than that, than showing gratitude. What I'm trying to say is, my parents used to tell me, because as a Jehovah's Witness, they say, oh, we're doing this to further the kingdom. But I never understood that because I was confused. To further the kingdom for the love of God, but why are you clocking your time and you're saying that this week I'm behind in certain minutes? I'm behind in my, service, they used to call it. I'm behind. And it was required of them. If not, they had meetings, they talked to them that they were lagging, and it was all done to pride and how scribbly you can make your timesheet look. I just never understood that. And I see the evangelical Christianity that the Jehovah's Witness judges and points their fingers at. There's no, man, they do it for the love of Jesus, man. There's no clocks here. You just send me globe-wide, and I just want to feed people and help people. And I was just reading Ephesians. It says he's rich in mercy, and he gives it to you. And it says you're saved, meaning it's in the past tense. If you're saved, Stop shoveling dirt. Stop. You're already saved. So now we need to know, how do we know we're saved, or what does it take to be saved? Could it be because just believing in Him? Because remember, the salvation is undeserved, especially coming from a dead person. I guess, yeah, there's nothing you can get from a dead person. In the same 2 chapters, He calls us we're dead in our trespasses. Of course, I think God, that makes all sense, because God cannot expect anything from a dead person. So He gives something that's undeserved, especially to a person that killed himself from falling away. So this is just a little commentary that was crossing my mind today. So okay, rich in mercy, undeserved. But when we clock our hours, it's almost like we're logging in hours to say we're owed this much money or this much salvation. You know what I mean? And if it's done for the kingdom, then since we already paid for it up front, we just do it. We don't show our timesheet to anyone. I mean, I used to think that as a boy. I mean, the Watchtower didn't offer it. The Watchtower is not the one that's offering my parents the salvation. No. God already did it directly. So, anyway, thanks.